Photography students, I'm going to show you how to make a Life magazine cover, being able to open up the PNG that's in the Google Classroom instructions. So we're going to open that into Photoshop. So a PNG should show up as a layer, not as a locked background layer, so you should be able to move the image you want to use underneath that layer. So I'm going to be using this one as an example. Alright, so what we want to do is move it onto our photo. So I'm just going to snap this off, click inside the photo, drag and drop it in. So this photo is a lot bigger, so we're going to need a free transformer down. So I'm just going to go to Edit and Free Transform. I'm going to zoom out, Command minus to zoom out. And by dragging from the corners, we're just going to size it way down to kind of work like so. There we go. And then hit the check. We can keep free transforming it after. So if you want to see her behind the cover, all I'm going to do is click on my layer 2 and drag that underneath layer 1. So in Photoshop, whatever's on top will be in front and whatever's below will be behind. So you can see what it's doing here. And so then what we can do, like this student portrait, we have, some text added, about it. I attached some. This is the one from Walter Mitty. You can see different dates. How do they kind of do covers? And so putting the date here is pretty good in the bottom right. So I'm going to click on layer 1 because I want to be in front of that. And I'm going to add a text tool. To adjust the text tool, you get your options up here. So if you want to adjust the font, you can click on this. And I would recommend a version of Times. So let's just do regular. And then for the color, you can click here on the little box. So I'm actually going to do a white font like they had. So let's do, like the date. So this font's too big, so I'm just going to maybe bring this down like 22 points. Maybe, let's do like 32. That looks about right. And so I'm just going to move it kind of here, and then let's type in. Let's do May 23rd, 2023. And then if you want to add more type, so each type will create its own separate layer. So if you click on this again and you start a new box, this one I'm going to switch to black font or else it won't show up on a white background. Oops. So let's click on it first. There we go. And now change that to black. There we go. So nurse saves lives. Just like another kind of bit of text. So again, we can play with the text. And again, with the move tool, you can click on a layer. And if you have the move tool activated, you can move each layer around depending on where you want things located. Something like this is pretty good. If you want to edit the photo, so again, if I click on her layer, I'm just going to go to edit, and then I can free transform it. So I can modify her layer. Let's maybe go like this. I'm recording something. And then if you want to adjust that layer, you can add a adjustment layer here. So maybe you want to make it like black and white. So I can make a black and white one. I can go, adjust the hues of it, saturation. So there's different options I can do. If I want to do levels, right, I can adjust the brightness of her layer depending on, each, how your photo is. So again, I would recommend, being able to understand those adjustment layers. Let's see, I think she had a blue uniform. There we go. Let's maybe adjust this a little bit more. There we go. So that looks pretty good. So then what we want to do is save this out. If you want to keep your layers, just go File, Save As. Let's call this Life Cover. You want to make sure your format is Photoshop, and then make sure it's saved in the right location. And then once you're done working on that, you're just going to go to Layer, Flatten Image, flatten all your layers so they're all combined, and then save it out as a JPEG. So we're just going to change the format to JPEG, so then I can upload it to the Google Classroom. Then hit OK. And so then I'm going to have a PSD. PSD I can open up. Oh, hold on, I'll close this out. Open this up into Photoshop. I can still be modifying my layers as needed. And then my flattened JPEG, that's what I would upload to the Google Classroom for this project. Alright guys, thank you.